Did you set up an FSLogix Office container just because a blog post told you to? A lot of people did, and a lot of them didn't actually need to. So in this video, I want to show you when the FSLogix Office container genuinely helps, and when it's just one more thing to manage, and what it really does to your logon speed and your storage costs. And by the end of it, you'll know exactly whether you should be running it at all. All right, so first up, let's get on the same page about what this thing actually is. The FSLogix Office container, Microsoft now calls it the ODFC container, which stands for Office Data and Files Container. It's just a second version of this. Your main profile container holds the user's whole profile. The Office container pulls out only the M365 part of that profile. So Outlook, OneDrive, Teams, SharePoint, OneNote, and stores it in its own separate VHD. And that's really all it is. Two containers live instead of one. That's where it gets interesting, because this is the part that most people get wrong. Microsoft's own guidance right now is that you probably don't need the Office container at all. If you're running a single profile container and it already includes everything that the Office container would, the profile container captures basically the whole user profile, so that the Outlook and OneDrive data is already sitting in there. Microsoft is very clear that there's no real benefit to bolting the Office container on top of the standard profile container. So when do you actually need it? When you deliberately want to split things, say a small profile container and a separate large container for the Office data, so you can size them differently or keep them isolated from each other. In most situations, a single container is the way to go. There's two other advantages that I can see as well. The first is performance. So obviously we are splitting the performance over two separate file shares. So performance may be better because you, instead of having one file share, you're distributing it over two file shares. So that's an advantage. The other advantage that I see with a lot of customers is if you want to do a profile reset, for example, at the moment, if you have everything in one profile, you have to reset everything. But if you're just troubleshooting an issue with Outlook or Teams or SharePoint, you can just reset the Office profile, and that means your original profile isn't affected at all, right? So that's the other advantage to it as well. All right, so let's now talk about performance, because I suspect that's why a lot of you are here. And there's two myths that I really want to kill. Myth number one: bigger containers log in slower. That's just not true. Microsoft is clear that container size has no effects on sign-in time. If FSLogix mounts a disk, it doesn't copy it down. So a 50 gig container attached to it just as fast as a 5 gig one. And that's the whole reason FSLogix beats the old running profile solution. Myth number two: splitting out an Office container makes logon faster. Usually it's the opposite. Two containers mean two disks attached to every single logon, and the two detached again are logon. So Microsoft's own advice is that a single connection is simpler and faster. So the Office container doesn't speed anything up. If anything, it adds a little overhead and makes things a bit slower. So what actually drives FSLogix performance? It's the plumbing. It's the latency to your storage, how close that storage sits to your session host, and the IOPS during the 9 login storm, which everyone signs in at the same time. So keep your file share in the same region as your host and put it on the right storage tier. That matters far more than whether you split your containers or not. And here's the one thing nobody talks about: logoff times. Everyone obsesses over logon times, but FSLogix runs this compaction when the user signs out, and it does that on every container you've got. So two containers mean 2 rounds of compaction. Add Cloud Cache into the mix, and the sign out gets even slower still, because it's syncing everything out to your storage providers before it lets the user go. Now, let's talk about money, because the cost story is the one that surprises people the most. And here's the truth: Office containers by itself doesn't really save you any money, and it doesn't really cost you any money either. Think about it: your Outlook cache and your OneDrive cache are exactly the same size, whether they sit in one container or two. So moving them into a separate disk doesn't magically make them smaller. So what actually drives your cost and size of the storage? Two things. The first is the data that you choose to cache. The biggest lever here is the Outlook cache mode setting, whether you're caching 12 months of mail per user or 3 years of it. Multiply that across 1,000 users, and it's the difference between a lean cell and a massive storage bill. OneDrive is the same story, so use files on demand, and you're not caching everyone's entire drive. The second driver is your storage tier. Standard Azure files is cheaper to store data on, but you pay per transaction, and the logon store is a whole lot of transactions. Premium is solid state, and you pay for the size that you provision and whether you use it or not, but it's fast and it's predictable. And at scale, premium can actually come out cheaper and faster. But obviously now we can use the new V2 storage, where we can actually separate the storage size and the IOPS, so you can basically choose whichever tier works for you the best. And the one thing which is quietly in your favor, FSLogix uses dynamic disk by default. The disk only grows as data gets written to it, and Compaction tricks it down at logoff time. So that 30 gigabyte size limit is actually ceiling and not a bill. You only pay for what you actually use as long as Compaction is doing its job. So let's pull all this together. The FSLogix Office Container is a separate disk just for M365 data. Most people running a single profile container don't need it. It won't speed up your logon times, and it won't save you money on its own. Your real levers are what you cache and where you store it. Use it when you're pairing with FSLogix with another profile tool, and skip it rest of the time. So let's pull all this data together. The FSLogix Office Container is a separate disk just for M365 data. So if you want simplicity, stick with a single profile. If you want the ability to reset the FSLogix profile container on its own, or the Office container on its own, then go with this solution. But beware, it does make things slightly more complicated. It can increase log-off times, and it can cause further problems down the road because there have been a few bugs with just running Office containers. So think very carefully whether you want to use it or not, and whether the benefits outweigh the negatives. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.